Hey, Bethany and Ken, aka Definitely Not Definitive, it's Boomstick from Death Battle. Just wanted to say thank you so much for supporting the Kickstarter and helping us get the show back up on its feet. It means the world to us. Also, definitely have watched your React videos. Who's currently in the lead? I'm gonna put my money on Bethany. She seems to always get the upper hand. I'm just saying. Anyway, I read your message and I'm glad we could bring you some joy. And hey, keep up the React videos and spreading the word. We appreciate the support. Love y'all. Bye.
So that was a video that we got for being a Kickstarter supporter, and it was really that was nice of them to do that, to add that as a perk. It was fun.
Yeah.
Like, I completely forgot about it, and then I got an email and I was like, oh, nice.
Yeah, that was awesome. So thank you so much, Boomstick. And so happy that the Death Battle team got their funding. That is fantastic. So yeah, excited for other content creators. That's what I'm trying to say.
And I happen to be in the lead right now. It's 235 to Bethany's 230. And this is it. This is going to be decided all right now. Dante versus Clive. Devil May Cry versus Final Fantasy 16. Enjoyed both games, both franchises. We've only really played Final Fantasy 16 as far as the Final Fantasy world goes. Devil May Cry games. We reacted to a lot of it, and then we played Devil May Cry 5. So yeah, going into this, I don't even know who. Like, I got loyalty to both of them. All right, so are you ready to do this?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Hell yeah. It's gonna be fun.
Oh, I love that they have him in the cowboy outfit.
Dante versus Clive.
DMC's Devil Hunter versus Final Fantasy's Shield of Rosaria. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. It's a dangerous world out there. Cultists, demons, and evil businessmen lust for power, and every day brings a new cataclysm humanity must face.
This world may seem like the end, but for a devil hunter like Dante, it's party time. Who'd expect anything less from the son of the legendary demon Sparta?
A dark knight who, thousands of years ago, woke up to justice and sealed away the demon lord, Mundus.
But then Sparta mysteriously died, and his wife got iced by some demons, leaving Dante and his brother Virgil separated.
Despite a long-gone family, Dante kept a chipper attitude and set up a business dedicated to one thing.
Killing demons? And with the blood of Sparta running through him, he's the best in the business.
Such one of the best opening
By harnessing
scenes.
his own demonic energy,
Yeah, oh, for
Dante
sure.
bolsters his speed, power, and durability, letting him block kaiju-sized punches, move faster than a meteor,
And regenerate like an unstoppable force of nature. As long as he has the energy, he can heal from getting shot, stabbed, sliced through. Basically anything.
Even without his regeneration, he's survived heat that would reduce the layman to ash.
But no hunter is complete without an arsenal. And Dante's got one hell of a sword left by his dad, Rebellion. Plus ebony and ivory, 2 magic pistols with endless ammo clips. And they say the perfect
weapon names are
gift
pretty cool.
doesn't exist.
Yeah.
But Dante's full arsenal is far larger and stranger.
Like King Cerberus, a shape-shifting set of elemental nunchucks. Cavalier, a pair of buzzsaws that are also a motorcycle. Balrog, fiery fisticuffs for boxing and capoeira. And Navan, a guitar. An electric guitar.
There's also Lucifer, a backpack of endless laser swords that Dante got after slaying... Actually, we never see how he beat Lucifer.
Yeah, you know someone's a badass when they off-screened the actual devil. Then there's my fave, Dr. Faust, a sentient hat that turns Dante into basically Orville Peck. Oh, and shoots crystallized demon blood.
Dante needed this and much more when he got a warm welcome from the brother he thought long dead. In a twist of fate, Virgil was alive, but went down a very different path.
While Dante was partying, Virgil studied the blade, seeking the power he needed to exert his will, even if it meant killing his own brother. Something he came close to doing in their first meeting.
But the defeat only spurred Dante's awakening. He learned to teleport using Trickster, slow down time through Quicksilver, and double-team foes with Doppelganger.
With a slick pose and the right timing, he can royal guard dang near anything, then use the absorbed energy to armor up as a dreadnought.
And then there's Devil Trigger, a super form Dante achieves through his supernatural power. By tapping into his inner demon, Dante can fly and gains an enormous boost in speed and power.
Naturally, his rematch with Virgil went very differently, and that was far from Dante's peak.
When Mundus got up to his old tricks, Dante battled the Demon Lord in a vast sea of stars, a universe Mundus created on a whim. Even later, Dante one-shot a stronger alternate future Mundus who had completely merged with the demon world.
So he's kind of a big deal. Literally, Mundus became a living universe just for Dante to shoot him in the face.
Then there's Argosax, a god so astronomically intense, he had the power of every other demon in existence, a divine deity of the sun that Dante also shot in the face.
Oh, that guy! I completely forgot about
Gotta
him.
get finished.
Funny, so did Dante. Despite how powerful Argosax was, he was just an insignificant Tuesday to Dante.
So it's safe to say Dante had become the strongest around. But no amount of style, pizza, or wahoos could fill the hole in his heart. Sure, Virgil was a power-hungry weeb, but he was still his bro. Beneath Dante's antics, killing the last of his family kinda messed him up.
Until he learned his family wasn't as gone as he thought. It turns out he had a nephew, Nero, who Dante would help get into the family business in his own unconventional way.
And for dead weight, Nero was pretty badass.
Dead weight.
Even helping Dante take on the so-called Demon King Urizen. Nero's Devil Breaker arm can fire light-speed lasers that Dante and Virgil have dodged.
Dante and Virgil can already dodge lasers in their base forms, but when charged with enough demonic energy, they can outright blitz beams over 11 times faster than light.
Nero even survived getting melted down while inside a living statue. It's a long story.
And that's the same sort of regeneration that Dante has, meaning he can survive being turned into a puddle.
So Dante was ready when Virgil somehow returned. Again. And made an apocalyptic demon tree for what else? More power!
With the entire world now on the line, Dante had to get serious and fully embrace his human and demon sides alike by stabbing himself.
Holy shit, Dante has been impaled so much, he decided to make it how he powers up. So he got his greatest weapon, Devil Sword Dante, and became Sin Devil Trigger. This is Dante's demon energy at its peak. He can fire lasers with Loose, obliterate with the fires of Judgment, and surpass even the legendary Sparta.
But although Dante was totally a match for Virgil, neither of them would budge on their ideals. Both were destined to duel until one was dead forever.
But thanks to Nero and two well-placed bitch slaps, they got some sense knocked into him.
Dante realized that if he couldn't make Virgil abandon his ways, he might as well keep an eye on him. In one fell swoop, the two severed the world-spanning demon tree and prepared for a permanent departure to the underworld.
You can choose your friends, but not your family. But if that's what it takes to keep Virgil safe, or rather to keep the world safe from Virgil, Dante will deal with it. And all things considered, he's happy slugging it out with his bro. Maybe happier than he's ever been.
Proof that as long as you have the human drive, even hell can become a paradise sweet enough that a devil may cry. Sit down as we tell the tale of the kingdom of Rosaria and its prince, Clive Rossfield, a man destined to be a dominant, the host to a mighty guardian icon.
Anybody who's a dom can draw on magic life juice called ether, becoming a big scary monster.
And commanding the element they embody to create storms, slay armies, and split the sea. Dominants are forces of nature, and Clive would be the dominant of the Phoenix.
Well, he was supposed to, but Big Bird said no thanks and instead picked his sick little brother Joshua. Parents
Someone
don't
else
play
was inside of
favorites,
him.
but I guess ancient monsters can.
Despite the rejection and a deep loathing from his mother Annabella,
Dislikes Annabella.
Clive and Joshua
Yeah.
were only kind to one another. Clive saw
The
the
guy
burden
from
his
Tekken
brother
8.
bore and accepted his blessing of the Phoenix in hopes of becoming Joshua's shield.
Meaning he learned a bunch of magic. He can shoot fire, teleport with Phoenix Shift, and took down this beast before he was even out of puberty.
Even without magic, Clive's a capable swordsman, able to boost his speed and perception with precision dodge. But it wasn't enough when Annabella betrayed Rosaria for the Empire of Sanbreque. In one night, Clive's knights, people, and his own father were slaughtered before him.
Quick, someone use a Phoenix down!
Those aren't in this game.
Well, that's unfortunate. But the Phoenix icon sure is, because the trauma of everything made poor Joshua lose control.
Clive wanted nothing more than to help his brother, and perhaps this desire awakened the icon that was in him all along. The fiery beast, Ifrit.
Boy, is Ifrit a wild one. Just standing nearby will incinerate the average Joe. It can make fire barriers, regenerate lost limbs, decimate foes with a flaming spirit bomb, and shatter a walking
Flaming spirit
mountain.
bomb, nice.
The downside being Clive couldn't control it. He didn't even remember becoming Ifrit or battling the Phoenix in a fight that reduced everything he loved to cinders, leaving Joshua presumed dead.
If that wasn't bad enough, dear old Ma found him the next day and made him a slave to Sanbreque's army. Clive spent 13 years wallowing through life, searching for Ifrit's host for revenge, only to learn the one he wanted to kill was himself.
This revelation hit Clive like a phantom train. He thought death
Make it
was
Clive.
all he deserved for taking the lives of Joshua and so many others. Even so, there was a light at the end of the tunnel. No, not like that.
Thanks to his friend Jill, the outlaw Sid, his doggo Torgal, and a very therapeutic battle with his self-hatred, Clive learned to carry the torch for his brother, fighting the real problems plaguing his world: crystals and racism.
In the world of Valisthea, prejudice is alive and well for bearers. Basically, anyone who can use magic without special crystals.
So what better way to dismantle the system than to help fellow bearers and destroy the mother crystals ruining the planet, all while picking up some nifty abilities.
Through a mysterious power that lets him absorb icons, Clive took Garuda, an avian with sharp slashes and sharper talons. From Sid, he received Remove, so he could summon lightning.
From his babe Jill, he got Shiva to freeze lava and even time itself. With Titan, he can block and absorb blows with earth-shattering fists. From this dragon prince, he got Bahamut and some deadly lasers.
And through Odin, he can slow the flow of time and slice apart the fabric of space.
Looks familiar.
With these powers, Clive stepped up to lead the bearers, and even reunited with Joshua, who was alive all along. Surprise!
Clive spent 5 years freeing the land and became hot as hell while doing it. Well, yeah, that way, but also through Ifrit. By using part of
Both
Ifrit's
ways.
power, Clive can set himself aflame, activating Limit Break to boost his abilities.
But Limit Break is far from Clive's limit. After absorbing the Phoenix essence from Joshua, he became Ifrit Risen. Now fully in control of the monster that had tormented him, he embraced his role as a shield for his brother and friends.
Just in time to battle in space, block a planet-wiping blast, and overpower this dragon at the speed of light.
That's no exaggeration. Ifrit Risen is literally stated to move at light speed. Not surprising when Clive has intercepted lasers over 3 times faster than that, and overpowered Omega, a god-slaying weapon that can destroy, and I quote, all of creation.
But what made Clive strong enough to do all this? You know, besides the majestic man cleavage.
Turns out Clive's birth was orchestrated. He was intended to become the vessel of Ultima, an ancient, all-powerful being that created humanity, but abandoned them after they developed free will.
Meaning everything that happened was the fault of one person. God, the bastard! But Clive wouldn't be a puppet.
Yeah, Ultima sucks.
If God was in the way of humanity's freedom, then God was gonna die.
Easier said than done.
Oh shit!
Stronger than anyone Clive had faced, able to warp all of reality to create a universe. But Clive had a secret not even Ultima foresaw. Over his journey, he developed a special state of mind, Logos.
AKA someone powered by human will and the bonds of consciousness with others. Okay, that sounds like anime friendship crap, but trust me, it made Clive a badass who could surpass his limits, getting stronger over the course of just one fight.
So much so that, despite struggling against Ultima initially, by the end of the fight, Clive took out Ultimalius, a more powerful amalgamation of Ultima and his entire species, all while Clive was in his base form.
Ultima literally became Ultima Squared, but Clive still kicked his ass. Using his bonds with his brother, his friends, and his unbridled will, Clive killed God in a giant 999,999 damage punch!
Yeah.
Okay, so it really was the power of friendship after all. Man, this guy's got a future in shonen.
Well, except we don't really know what happened to Clive. Whether he lived or died, though, doesn't really matter. It was his journey and the world he created that made his life meaningful.
Matters to
Clive's
some people
dream
whether
of a
he died or
future
not.
where everyone can live and die on their own terms had become a reality.
And his stories
Can
were
everyone
written
over
up
the-
in a book by a
I
certain
didn't mention
Joshua
Rising Tide DLC
Rossfield,
that
which
Icon
he
of the Source
titled
today.
Final
think so.
Fantasy.
Oh my gosh. All right, who you got?
It's the last one of the season. I'm going all in on Clive.
Ooh, okay. I'm going all in on Dante, 231. So I was thinking about I'm like, you're probably going to go all in. So I was thinking about, what if I just put like $1 on Dante and then, yeah, but I mean, so it's either way. It's Dante and Clive. I thought about Clive going into this. I was kind of leaning towards Clive, but like I hadn't played or like checked out Devil May Cry in a while, so I think I forgot some of Dante's feats. And one of our mods in our gaming channel on our Friday night live stream had talked about like they both fought basically like God, but like Clive wiped him out, and like for Dante it's like just another Tuesday basically, and went and had some pizza afterwards.
That's fair. Yeah, I came into this and I thought it was going to be Dante. And I had more forgotten some of the intricacies of the different icons. And like, I remember like, oh, he's got wind and water.
Yeah.
But like, I had forgotten the regeneration aspect of Ifrit. And like, when Ifrit and the Phoenix merged, like how that added another dimension.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it could go either way. I'm kind of still feeling like it might go Dante's way, but like, I'm a romantic. Clive's a romantic. And I had about a 99% theory that he was going to go Dante, and so I didn't want to do the same person. And I love Clive, so, here we are.
Here we are. All right. This is it. Let's decide it all.
This is it.
Here we go.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
Yeah, let's go. Of course, Dante's the one to start it. Stir shit up.
Hey, I heard your fiery friend is causing trouble. And I'm in the business of dealing with trouble. Leave now. I have a god to kill. The last thing that will stop me is a demon.
Yeah.
Starting intense. Right out of the gate.
Oh, nice dash. Yes!
I'm so glad they included that for him.
Yep. And the guitar.
Fancy yourself a bard?
Stripper ball. Oh.
Thing I was
As he
like,
moonwalks away.
he can play with lightning too.
Oh!
Oh!
Stop showboating. Oof. You love that move.
I did. I really did.
No hiding in the shadows anymore, Smokey. Time to see the light.
Speaking of light. Mega Blast.
Yeah!
Mega Flare.
That was another good move.
Hell is that?
Oh. Yeah. Uh-oh. This is one we never really play with too much. His Odin ability.
It's true, yeah.
Virgil's got some competition.
Man, nobody's really like dominating this. This has been pretty even. Oh, okay, until then. But he hasn't gone into Ifrit yet, so.
Still holding out on me?
Yep.
Let's see what your monster can really do. So the devil cries for more. Let's give him everything we've got. Joshua!
Yeah.
Yeah, that is Fucking badass. First, you gotta reach space.
I won't underestimate you.
Shit. I don't know. This might go Clive's way. Flame Spirit Bomb. Smoke and say yes. Triple S. Oh, they go out and just grab a beer afterwards. It's draw. Oh no!
Please, just once. I need more. It's in a bag, Smokey. I need
Come on, Clive.
Oh no!
not bad. Not bad at all.
Fuck me, I won.
You did!
Woo!
Like this, God will be nothing.
Good job, beautiful.
Okay, that was a whole
Thank you.
other level of
Repeat,
close.
back to back. This is the first back to back we've had.
This was not an easy call to make.
My title's
Dante
defended.
and Clive matched each other so closely, it was hard finding a definitive advantage either had.
I bet.
This is best explained through 3 categories, starting with stats.
Both Dante and Clive could easily beat up universe-busting threats.
Mundus and Ultimalius could create universes at a whim, and Dante and Clive defeated them sans their own super forms. Dante and Clive could both consistently intercept lasers at faster-than-light speeds.
And Dante could always amp up with demon juice to briefly outspeed Clive anyway.
But Clive could match that by boosting his own speed and reflexes through precision dodge. Both were so beyond the pale that neither could definitively overpower the other.
Still, given their crazy powers, you'd think one of their abilities would break the deadlock.
Not so much. Dante and Clive could generally match each other blow for blow, be it to teleport, slow
Yeah,
down time,
pretty neat
flash
match.
freeze the other, block and absorb hits, etc.
Yeah, because like Dante had
could
speed,
survive
but
the intense
Clive
flames
could
of
slow down
Ifrit.
Yeah.
time.
He's dealt with heat like that before.
Though Clive did not have a perfect match against Doppelganger, he did have more methods of manipulating time, both more reliable and abusable, in addition to defensive measures like Ifrit's barrier to fall back on to outlast powers like Doppelganger.
But their super forms evened out. Any edge Clive could get from, say, Limit Break or Ifrit Risen, Dante could match with Devil Trigger or Sin Devil Trigger.
In the end, both have answers to most of each other's powers, making it still anyone's win.
Which is why it came down to one major factor: endurance. Just how long could these two keep at it?
While Dante's super forms could undoubtedly keep up with Clive's, there is an emphasis in story and gameplay that they expend a lot of demonic energy.
The longest Dante has battled in Devil Trigger against someone his equal is about 6 minutes, and abilities like Doppelganger, Quicksilver, and Sin Devil Trigger burn through it even faster.
Clive's time in Ifrit Risen isn't limitless either, but it can last longer,
longer,
fighting
yeah.
for tens of minutes if necessary. But given how close this match is, it's vital. If Ifrit Risen catches Dante outside of Devil Trigger, it's over.
I know what you're thinking. Dante's crazy tough. His healing factor's way better than Clive's. Clive can regen lost limbs, sure, but Dante can heal from getting reduced to a puddle. Couldn't he just tank Ifrit's attacks?
Well, yes, but also no. This is where context is everything. While no doubt impressive, Dante's healing has been overcome in the past because it is tied to how much energy he has. Less demonic energy means a less potent healing factor.
Like when he got knocked out for a month straight by Urizen, only surviving thanks to a constant source of demon blood. Hell, overtaxing demon regen is how Dante killed Virgil in the first place.
Even if we assume Dante could get a second wind, it's always possible Clive could get one too, becoming even stronger from pure willpower, just like when he fought Ultimalius.
So, for as tough and persistent as Dante was, Clive was able to endure just that much more to get
Damn.
the final edge. The
One of the
devil
closest
was in
ones
the
they've had.
details, but
Yeah.
Clive's victory is no
You could see it in the
fantasy.
battle. Like there was never any one point where like they were
Clive Ross
super like
Fiend.
overpowered.
Next time
Yeah.
on Death.
Thanks for watching.
Okay. That'll be interesting to check out since we got more into Pokemon this year. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I will just say that, like, I was a lot nicer this year than I was last year, and
That is true.
in my, even when I was ahead, I was very, very, very humble.
You were.
About it. So I just want you to keep that in mind when you're
When
deciding,
I'm deciding costumes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great battle. Really enjoyed it. I mean, this is probably the battle that we've also had the most like stake in, as far as the characters that like we both cared about, like each of these characters a lot. Clive, I will admit, like, just because we've played Final Fantasy 16 more recently, and just like, I don't know, the story in Final Fantasy 16, man, damn, like,
So good.
Devil May Cry is fun, right? It's just like Dante is just cool and badass and super fun, and everything. And so, but yeah, like, Clive brought the heart, and hey, that won out in the end.
That's why I chose Clive, was for heart. Which, like, Dante has heart too. I mean, I remember when we were going through our Devil May Cry journey, like, he had heart and humor and very much cared about the other characters in the story. But one of the things I said is, like, I'm a romantic, and so I went with Clive because, like, Clive is a hopeless romantic. Like, he's like sort of like the kind of superhero that as a little girl you like grow up dreaming about, right? Because like he's a romantic and he's a good guy and he's got a little bit of that like broody dark past thing going on, but he's overcome it and he's been a really good-hearted person. So like, I just had to go for that.
Yeah, and that went out in the end. The battle itself, like I said, as we were watching it, I mean, just real good back and forth. I never felt like sometimes one person will be dominating, and then you're like, oh no, that person's gonna lose because they're dominating too early on. Like the other one hasn't really tapped into their full potential yet, and so you worry about that. But this one, like back and forth, and true to form, Dante was having a lot of fun with it. Like maybe if he took it just a little bit more seriously, he could have pulled out the victory.
I mean, I will say, like, it was really tough seeing Dante lose.
Yeah.
I was happy that Clive won, having put all my money on Clive, but I didn't like seeing Dante go down. And it's also, he's our hero from Devil May Cry. So, like, I'm also not used to it either. Like, it's not supposed to happen. And this battle, I mean, to kind of piggyback off what you were saying, was great because it started off just boom, right out of the gate.
Yeah.
Very intense. They both were going for it. And that never let up. I thought the animation in this was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Getting all of their different abilities in there. I mean, Dante with the cowboy hat and the moonwalking and, getting the icon, getting the devil, the different weapons. I know that they have one more after this, and I'm not knocking that. I haven't even seen it yet, obviously, but it's kind of hard to imagine topping this battle. Like, I'm surprised this wasn't the season finale.
Yeah, it's definitely a favorite of ours. And let us know your thoughts on this video down below in the comments. And thanks so much for seeing our reaction for Death Battle, Devil May Cry versus Final Fantasy, Dante versus Clive, Bethany the winner. But just keep in mind
that our reaction is definitely not definitive.
Good job.
Thanks, but